A family out walking in the cold. The sight of the children wearing sheets to try to stay warm, prompting calls for help from the community.
Oh, you don't have time to deal with this.
There's nothing we can do about this.
Okay, well, I'll call somebody.
Tonight, body cam video is revealing how one Oakland County deputy reacted.
Oh, the kids. I'm like, what about them? The kids will still be there in an hour when we get another welfare check for it. And they'll probably be just fine because people in Pontiac just don't die.
The mother and two of her children did die. And now family members are suing over statements like this.
It sounds like homeless people being homeless.
Well, you may remember back in 2023 when Monica Kennedy and two of her three children were found frozen to death in a field in Pontiac.
The Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard told us at the time his deputies made contact with Kennedy, who refused help several times. Now we're getting a look at some of those interactions and how deputies interacted with each other in regard to the welfare check that had been requested.
One of the deputies inside McLaren Hospital seems determined to help. Another deputy out on patrol is heard complaining about the situation. And now the family of Monica Kennedy is filing two lawsuits. Shantae Passmore spent the day going over the court filings and the footage. Shantae.
Yeah, the family really believes that Oakland County deputies should have quickly realized that something just wasn't right. They, along with Good Samaritans, repeatedly call, asking for help to find the family. And in some of the videos, you'll see that one of the deputies appeared to be reluctant. And in the end, this is where they found their bodies.
Hey, y'all, what's happening, y'all? This is your host, Most Great Day, Late Dollar Short News, man. Live and direct where we ride for respect, man. Go ahead and tap the like button, subscribe, share this out into the algorithm so someone you know can get a hold of this Day Late Dollar Short News content. And on today's topic, you saw the news reporter, you heard what the police officer had to say about that black woman and her children. He didn't make an effort to turn around and maybe get her to shelter, get her to a homeless shelter, or whatever the case may be. It wasn't of his concern. Hell, those weren't his kids. What happened to the empathy and the sympathy, y'all? Everyone's so desensitized. Everyone's so into themselves, man. This is America, y'all. People are freezing to death in America. America's becoming a third world country. Whether you like it or not, America is becoming a third world country. People out here just struggling just to survive. Everyone is. It looks like the land of milk and honey, but it's turned into the land of vinegar and mop water. You know what I'm saying? Like, how could they let this woman and her kid, they seen her outside, her and her two children, walking with sheets on. I don't know how cold it was in Detroit that day, but those sheets, if she froze to death with sheets on, you know, her and her kids, man, that's a horrific death, man. That's torture. And those police officers should be held accountable for that. Police are supposed to serve and protect. Those are the people appointed to serve the public. And part of serving the public is when you see someone in need, you at least point them in the right direction to where help is. Give them a ride somewhere. I remember one time, my homeboy, he scooped me up. He had a job in Oregon. I live in California. And the person who he had us riding with, they got into it. My friend and the person who was giving us a ride to Oregon. And I ended up stranded in Weed, California. W-E-E-D, California, man. And, oh, man, I had $1.35 to my name, man. $1.35 to my name. I used the 35 cents to use a payphone. I'm on a payphone. I'm on the phone with my mom. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I took everything that I owned, and it was in the back of that person's car who I was supposed to be riding to Oregon with. She dropped me off. So I wasn't about to ride with her. I didn't even know her. You know, she was like, oh, you can come home with me and my husband, and I'm like, nah, you just got into it with my partner. Ain't no way I'm coming home with you, you know, so drop me off right here. So anyway, long story long, I saw a police officer walking into the store. My mom said, you don't see no police around? Right as she said that, he was walking into the store. I said, excuse me, sir. Hey, my name is Woo Wah Wop. I'm from Bakersfield, California, and I'm stranded out here, man. Can you help me? My mom's on the phone. She want to talk to you. So he spoke with her for a few minutes. Mind you, I got an auntie that lives in Sac, but I guess she was too busy, you know, to come get me. So she said I was going to have to wait till in the morning and she would come drive up and get me. Because I think California is, you know, a couple of hours away from Sac. So he was like, all right, I'm going to put you up in a homeless shelter for the night. We got a shelter, whoop-de-blam. So he put me in a car and we got to driving. And he said, you know what, I'm going to do you one better, man. I got this cabin I'm going to put you up in. So he took me to this nice cabin, this nice hotel in Weed, California, man. And that was the best thing that he could have ever done for me, man. You know, he put me up. And I'll never forget that, man. You know, because I always had this negative adaptation for police officers, man, due to my negative experiences that I've had when I was committing crime, you know what I'm saying? But I think that it's the community's job. It's all of our job to, when we see somebody in need, to try to lead them in the right direction for help. I'm not saying monetarily. It could be you could be just lending a hand, maybe some advice, leading them into the right direction of where to find the resources to help themselves, man, because, you know, in this collapsing economy, in this recession that we're going through, it's extremely difficult for people to find work, to find money, to find resources. I've heard that a lot of the resources that were in place are being cut off. So let's give a hand where we can give a hand. Let's do what we can do. Let's fix what we can fix. Hey, man, this is your host, Most of Great Day, Lake Dollar Short News. We all we need, we all we got. Be one. We out.
Let's take it back. Scarface and Pop. C-Dub on the beat.